We are here on another episode of the Entrepreneur Kickback, and we welcoming back our good brother, Mr. Kendall LeSure.
Yes,
Salute to
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate you coming back on. Again, I appreciate you inspiring me on doing the show. And like you're just a good brother to know. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it point blank, period. You're a serial entrepreneur. You had your share of successes. You have your shares of lessons
Mhm.
as well. And you've always been an open book about those to myself and the youth as well. So I want to bring you back on because I know you had a certain skill set. And if anyone want to listen to this first episode, The Social Master, look for that in the feed, and we get our introduction of Kendall and what he had to overcome growing up on the east side of Detroit to be in a position where he is now as a life coach, and he's the owner of group homes. He's done porta potties. He's he's his
Multiply.
oh man, he did so much stuff just to name it.
Oh
But
my God.
one thing I wanted to highlight is government contract. And this is something I got clicked on to fairly recently, only a couple years ago, but I never really got the proper information from someone who's actually done something for the government or city or state. And once I found out you did, I said, this would be a great discussion to have at the Entrepreneur Kickback, because we was talking on the back end, y'all, and he was saying there's opportunities that's overwhelming and it's right in front of you, and we just don't know where to look.
Yeah.
See,
Uh, yeah. It's and but once again, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, P. Like this, I'm proud of you,
for sure.
bro. From the time we had that deep conversation in the backyard, when I'm like, bro, you got it, do it, and you take it to another level. So I'm proud of you. Salute to you, my brother. Keep it going,
Appreciate that.
man. Just to jump right into it, just talking about contracting. And just the opportunity is overwhelming. When I say overwhelming. I'm in the healthcare industry. My companies to provide home care services, adult foster care, um, ABA therapy services throughout Michigan, and now we expanding in Florida, where I just recently set up camp, moved a couple months ago. So I actually just got my new office on this past Friday. So I move in on Monday. So about to get
Congratulations.
things. Thank you. About to get things cracking here in Florida and try to jump into the game a little bit. But when I say government contracting, when you say government contracting, is of course it's different forms of government. You got the federal, you got the state, you got the city, you got the county. I've been blessed within Michigan to obtain probably about 4 contracts. Contract with the state of Michigan, contract with Wayne County, Oakland County, Macomb County, Washtenaw County. Um, and yeah, so those are the main contract that I have. We do have now, we registered with the federal government to be able to provide services throughout the whole country. And you have to get registered through that, go through the whole process of background checks and things like that, and get registered to be able to do that, be able to provide healthcare services throughout the country. So those are some of the things that need is overwhelming everywhere. Because like I said, in this industry, healthcare is all about taking care of people who generally can't take care of themselves. And that's what we do. Or you may have, and a lot of times you're stepping in for family who just don't have the time, energy, or the skill set to be able to provide for someone with autism, a mental disability, some elderly individuals. I mean, when you're talking about taking care of people, like you really got to have a heart and a mind to do that. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, When you got somebody who has some sort of some sort of illness or disease or just a lack of being able to take care of themselves, you got to have a heart for that because it's not easy. Because normal day to day individuals like you and I, we need support and help from in general. Just imagine when you're talking about servicing people who was at other people mercy. And so, of course, that need was overwhelming. And if you got a heart for it or a mind for it or skills for it, or even if you just have a business aptitude for it, and people who really got some passion about helping other folks, like you can really capitalize on that.
Hmm. Interesting. It's interesting that you say if you have the business savvy for it, it's like just
Yeah,
simply connecting the dots with the right people.
exactly. Exactly. That's all. Just connecting the dots. Like business is really simple. Honestly, it's just really business is all about creating a demand, creating a seeing a problem and creating a demand to address it. Like it's supply and demand. That's across the board. We know it's a problem. It's a lack of providers, a lack of individuals, a lack of companies that is is providing services and healthcare. That's a problem across the country. No matter where you go, that's just a problem. And as a business, you're trying to meet that demand and be able to produce produce a solution to the problem. And healthcare is going to always be a problem. I'm speaking, my sense of healthcare is home healthcare, adult foster care, autism, disabled, mental health, that type of demographic, which is broad, and everybody has that. And so, if you can tap into that and set yourself up to be a contractor, a provider, to be able to provide these services, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
See, now the interesting part about because you say you got contracted with counties and states.
Hmm.
So it's see, when I think of government contracting, I think, oh, the let's say the school board needs towels and you provide those towels. And now that you say healthcare, I realize how wide the things that the government need. They need
Oh
services,
yeah.
not just product. So it's like healthcare never even crossed my mind as far as that. Like, what would be an example of helping with what will be the actual job of a government contract in a form of healthcare? What would that what would that title look like? What would you exactly do?
So I'm just gonna think out of the box. So one of the major needs in healthcare is employee assistance programs.
Mhm.
Uh, that is one of the hidden jewels in healthcare. Like people, agents, organizations, major corporations providing healthcare, providing assistance to their employees. Yeah, whether mental health, whether it's depression, anxiety, the whole nine. And that is a contract that you can go after with the United States government or with the states or with the counties, being able to provide mental health services, substance abuse services, housing services to your employees. So that is something that you can have. You can put in a proposal, you can write it up, and you can submit it and be able to get a contract. That's a need that's overwhelming. Another need is another need is housing. Housing. People have issues with getting housing. So me and you as normal individuals have it's a hard time of getting some type of housing. You need somewhere to live. You got to get rent, mortgage, the whole night. It's hard. So just imagine if you are an individual that you already have some type of mental health or disabled disability. You already struggle with autism. You already like three strikes below. So just imagine how difficult it is for you or for your family to find somewhere for you to live and to take care of. That's difficult. That's a tall task. So if you're an agency that can be able to provide that for people at the same time, not only housing, but at the same time, services, staffing, it's a win-win.
Damn.
Because now, and that's what basically both of my companies do. We provide housing, which
Oh,
helps us.
oh, hold on. Hold on.
What?
Daddy sent us. Daddy sent us.
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
good, man. I hear
Hold
a crowd
on.
in the back. Go ahead.
Hold on. Give me a
Bro.
second.
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Come here.
Try this here. Okay. He woke up a little earlier from his nap. He good though. We gonna keep it rolling. We off the cuff now, man.
You know, we good, bro.
We jo-
I was
uh
saying, go ahead.
oh no, we back on you now.
I was just saying how difficult it is for individuals that's at a disadvantage to be able to be able to obtain decent housing because it's just a difficult thing. And a lot of people, especially like banks and mortgages and people who rent houses out, they don't necessarily think about providing housing for individuals that are at a disadvantage when it comes to just day-to-day living. And what I've been able to do is recognize both of the demands in the industry where, okay, it's not only that people need services or need caregivers to be able to help them live day to day on a day-to-day basis, but they also need places to live. They also need housing. They also need, they also want to live in a nice environment, a nice place. And so one of my companies, we provide housing. My other company, we provide staffing. It's a win-win. And with the housing, which is real estate. So now it's more as it's a threefold. We got 12 homes in Michigan, working on a few more homes and again, established in Florida and some other places as well. So we gonna do both. A lot of people, because of my experience, went to school for social work, been in the industry for a minute. Yeah, I like working with people who need help. You know what I mean? I'm a social worker by trade, so it's like it's a win-win. But at the same time, I'm also a businessman. It's you got to be able to bring the two together, and so that's what I've been able to do, man. Get into real estate, provide housing, also provide staffing services and support services to people who need it. Can't lose.
Yo, that's dope. I like how you put all of those together because
Yeah,
you hear people who are in a similar position, but they're not going through government contracting. They may be
right,
going direct to consumer. And
right, right.
you hear the challenges like these people have to go through. Not saying it's not working for them, but if you working with the government, I'm sure there are some benefits of working with the government as opposed to B2B or B2C.
Oh yeah, it's it's the benefits working with the government or getting a contract is direct pay. I'm not, even though some of my clients do private pay, and that's definitely that definitely helps. But at the same time, it's not my bread and butter. If you having some issues paying your rent or your family having issues paying your rent, your living costs, I'm not really beating my head over the desk trying to get you to pay me money because I know we at the same time we provide you services too. So it's that's where the bulk of the finances is coming from. It's just providing you a nice house, and a nice place is just a bonus, really. So you don't have to really worry about people paying a rent or you're not getting paid in order for you to continue to move. We're gonna continue to move with you being in at home because we providing services to you. You know what I'm saying? We provide staff and services to you. And pretty damn good too. Like we take pride in. I have some some individuals who really care about what they're doing, and I had to learn that over the time and being able to recruit individuals who really know what they're doing and who really got a heart for it. You know what I mean? Just you got to have a heart for it in order to be sustainable. Like you can start, you can get involved and you can do it, but to be sustainable, longevity, a long period of time, you gotta have a heart for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta have a heart for it because it's not easy to do it day in and day out because people get comfortable.
See, that's dope. What's up, man? Where
He
you
ain't
at?
gonna let he ain't gonna let you be great. You might as well put him in the screen, man. He ain't gonna
He was just right here. He's starting to walk now, so he can hold on against the wall. So he done dipped off on me.
don't worry, bro.
Uh, nah, I had him on when I was recording the Bullish Picks podcast. Y'all can tap into that too. But this is an audio show, so it's like I don't talk on that show. So
Yeah.
so he crying, he's screaming. So I mute my mics, and my man just he do his episode. You know what I'm saying? That time, man, during breaks, I tell him what to do. So here you go.
For sure.
There you
What's
go.
up, boy? What's going on?
Uh,
He moving and shaking.
yeah. So he's been in the mix already. He's a mix like 3 months in. He's in the mix. Got to. I sit in front of a stock chart and all that. Call me crazy, but I do it. But I really like your business model. And now the question I got for you is, okay, let's just take your ordinary Joe, you know what I'm saying? They decided that they have a service they want to provide the government, whatever the case may be. What would be the steps they would take to get started?
Yeah, it just really depends. Of course, you want to make sure you have your business stuff all in place, your LLC or your corporation. You want to make sure all that stuff is tight. And when I say tight, not using your home address as your office, not just having a Gmail, like really having a real email, really having a real office place, a website, just having all that stuff in place. And then really just going through this find the steps. I mean, what I realized that a lot of people really don't take the time when they looking at requests for proposals, or you might see a post somewhere where they ask for individuals to apply for this. People really don't be reading that stuff. And that really tell you exactly what they are looking for when you submitting their proposal. They really give you the answers to the test. And so just really following the outline that they already provide you. Most government agencies, state, city, local, they pretty much already provide an outline for you to follow when you submit a proposal. I've seen them all, from the small cities to the United States government. They already give you a step A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is what we're looking for. And all you really do is following that outline to a T, and then throwing in some extra beef into proposals and then submitting it. And then here's another nugget. A lot of people, when they submit something, they don't follow up. People don't follow up. People don't follow up. So you got to be able to have the skills to be able to follow up on the other proposals you submitted. Hey, you submitted a proposal on June 10th, on June 10th, on June 11th. Hey, such and such, this is Kendall LeSure. I am just making sure I submitted the proposal that you requested for this such. I'm just making sure you got it. Please let me know if you have any follow-up questions or concerns. Boom. That right there, email put you at the top of the list because following up, they don't respond. Following week, hey, this is your same thing. So it's really the follow-up, really, and the persistence in anything. That's just business. The persistence of whenever you submitting something makes you above the rest because people don't follow up at all. People don't. They don't.
Huh? That's a nugget. That's a nugget. Ain't that right, boy? But he following up, that's something, dang, don't let that go over your head.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah, yeah. Let's
yeah,
go. Let's
cause,
go. Following up big.
hmm, okay. So, okay, now you say you need to make sure your business is tight. You know what I'm saying? No home addresses. You want a
Mhm,
physical location.
mhm.
You want to have maybe your DUNS number,
Yeah,
have your DUNS number, have your email address, have your phone number,
yep,
and maybe a bank account
yep,
open, ready to go.
yep. All that.
Are there any certifications your business outside of that has to go through to be eligible to submit a bid?
Not necessarily. Like you can get all that other stuff later, but honestly, if you just have the basics done, you can submit a proposal. A lot of certifications and stuff, you don't necessarily need, it helps, but it's not necessarily a requirement. You just want to make sure you are a legit business, fully functioning. Even if you're not, even if it's just you and you working out your home, but you want to have that appearance that you are a fully functional operation that is ready to accept the contract. Because you may even get a contract, but you may not be ready for a contract. And if you get a contract you're not ready for, your ass is grass. So
Mhm.
now you can't produce what you saying you can produce, and you only as good as your name. Like, and you only as good as your name. If you can't produce what you say you can produce, especially when you submit any type of contract to any government, that word spread pretty fast. And now you're on the blackball list, you know what I'm saying, the unofficial blackball list, because it's small, man. It's small. It's a small time, and especially in healthcare, it's really small. Everybody know everybody. Social workers know social workers. Doctors know doctors. Nurses know nurses. In any industry you in, it's small. So you're really only good as your name. I still get phone calls from 5 years ago talking about services for teenagers. I don't even do kids no more. I stopped that 4, 5 years ago, but I still get referrals and calls about doing it, provide some, do I got some housing or do I got some staff available to go service a kid? But I ain't even in it. But my name ring bells. So they know when they say, oh man, we got a problem. I know Kendall can have, let me call Kendall and see if he feel, you know what I'm saying? Now not even knowing I ain't been doing that in 5 years. And so that right there means a lot. It means a lot.
That's good. And that pertains to just having a good product too, because overall, that's what that speaks, is that your business is providing value,
Yeah.
and it provided value for so long, it trickled on for 5 years and someone came back looking for you.
All
That's my,
It happens all the time. All the time. I'll be like, yeah, you don't even do that no more. You know what I'm saying? But man, you don't do that no more. I'll be like, yeah, no, we moved on from that. But yeah, man, your reputation is everything in, in any business, but especially in healthcare, in the business of taking care of other people. Your reputation is everything. And one thing I do know about some of my companies, we do have a reputation of really caring about individuals. Now, some other stuff may not be all the way tight as far as the paperwork or anything like that. And just being able to go through some of the steps and the systems that we need to go through, but the heart and the care is there. That is one thing that I stand true to, is making sure that our intentions is good. Our,
mhm,
our intentions is always good. Even if we make a mistake and not following up on something, our intentions was not trying to get over or trying to do something that is going to be harmful to somebody else. And this could be a systems issue or a systems problem, which most people have in business, but the intentions is always good. And I believe that's why we've been able to continue to still be involved. It's a lot of people who started, but you don't finish because your intentions ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Your intentions is trying to get over or trying to just make as much money as possible and not really care about the people. You know what I'm saying? Not really care about what's going on in their lives. Like, why are you there? We are here because of them. So if we not focusing on them, then what we doing? You know what I'm saying? what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
You won't have anything.
You don't have nothing. So
You know,
I've always make that number one priority, because I know that it's going to continue us to continue to keep getting referrals, keep getting calls, and keep us in business.
okay. See, that's also a nugget as well. Now, my question is that, okay, you said a lot of these certifications aren't needed. You said it helps, but it's not the ultimate determining factor. Now, okay, I tighten up my business, you know what I'm saying? Everything structured properly to where someone could come see what I'm doing. And
Mhm.
let's just use your field, healthcare. How would I go about submitting proposals to the right companies or government, the right government entity?
So I'll just start on a small scale. So you got the counties. Let's say the counties in Michigan, Macomb, Wayne, Oakland. So you will actually go to their website, Wayne County website, Oakland County, Macomb, whatever county you want to work in, you live in, or your business is. I don't care. You go to them and just really look for RFQs, which is requests. I'm sorry, RFPs, requests for proposals, and then they submit them. So you'll go and try to find your RFP, and you'll get it. They'll tell you the deadline. They'll give you the breakdown of what's required, of what you need to submit, and you will take that application. You'll take that exact application, copy it and paste it, and you will answer every question line by line that they ask. I'm talking about literally. Here's the application. Here's what they say. Copy and paste that on a Word document, and you will just go through and answer every question that they ask you for, because they want it simple. We don't want all this extra generic stuff that you put into a proposal. You really want to answer the question that they ask you for. Nice, simple, and sweet. And you'll submit it. After you submit it, you'll follow up. You'll do your little research, figure out who's the contract manager, who's the CEO, who's the person, who's the administrative assistant. And you'll just work your way through, and then you just send out emails. Send out emails to everybody, or phone calls. Hey, this is Kendall LeSure from Power Living. Hey, I see you guys had a RFP that was just, the deadline was yesterday. I wanted to let you know we submitted it. Just let you know who he is, blah, blah, blah. Give us a call if you have any questions or concerns about our RFP. And that goes from county, that goes from the state, that goes from the federal government. It ain't nothing but just really doing the paperwork.
Okay, again, how can you find an RFP?
You go to the county website. So
Uh,
in my situation, you'll go to Wayne County, Department of Wayne County. Can't remember it offhand, but just Wayne. You can Google search Wayne County mental health or whatever. Oakland County mental health, Macomb County mental health, Washington County mental health, and Michigan. And Michigan, so every state is different. So it depends on where you at. Every state is different. In Michigan, a lot of the contracts come from the counties. Michigan, the state, let the counties manage stuff within their own counties. In Florida, the state handles everything. It's not based on the county. So the state, for the most part, handles a lot of the paperwork and the contracts and stuff like that. I know, I think in Georgia, the state handles it. And don't get me wrong. I think Texas, the counties handle it. But you just got to do your research. And that's a lot of things. Like, I could sit up here and tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, but if you want it, you're going to spend 2-3 hours on a computer finding out who's who. Like, it's no way around doing that. I don't care where state, what county, where you at. You got to spend like hours. I spent hours finding out who's who. Like, hours finding out when is the next RFP coming out. Like, literally
mm,
signing up to all, like, I get newsletters from everywhere, all over the state, where, hey, that's another nugget. Going to getting these newsletters. You look
mm.
at it as junk mail, but That shit ain't no junk mail. That's real mail. You go whatever state you in, you need to be getting notifications on what's happening. You need to be getting notifications on what's coming up. If you don't subscribe to the state of Michigan newsletter or notifications, then what we doing? What we doing? Or I know what's going on in Florida, from healthcare to real estate because I get notifications from everywhere. The email game is real, and a lot of people don't take advantage of it. The email game, if you know the email game, you can really learn a lot, because that's where a lot of people communicate, because most government agencies, the only way they can communicate to the masses is through email. They ain't doing no TV commercials.
Mhm.
They ain't spending ain't a lot of money like that. They ain't doing no radio commercials. They ain't doing that. So the cheapest way to communicate to the masses is email. So find out, get wherever you're trying to get a contract from, you need to be a part of the daily notifications. And then once you start getting that, okay, you take that. They'll tell you, they'll give it to you. Hey, I need you to submit this by June 30th. Cool. Now, once you do one or two, I got a template. It's nothing for me to go and just replace the name. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just tailor, just replace the name, because I've done it for so long. Like that's basically, depends on what a state you in, and what you actually trying to do. You need to know that, and don't be all over the place. Like,
Okay.
don't be all over the place. Like, focus on one thing. Your business is If your business is healthcare or adult foster care, or if your business is selling masks, I don't care. Focus on that and try to figure out how can you maximize that. And buy a contract. Get your local contracts, get your state contracts, get your federal contracts, get your international contracts, because it's there. It's there. And then, once you get those type of contracts, it's just ain't nothing but submit billing. You ain't doing nothing at that point but submit billing, because the need is overwhelming in any healthcare industry. Overwhelming. Any healthcare.
Any healthcare.
Any healthcare.
So we
Housing.
are
My
housing.
opinion, housing. You have banking, healthcare. Top three. My opinion. I ain't based on no factual data, none. I ain't got none of that. I'm just saying, just my business world.
Okay.
Housing, finance, financial literacy, banking, healthcare. Those are the top three things. That's the top three demands in the world.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Got me thinking.
Maybe fact check if somebody fact checking. I don't know. That's just my own intuition about stuff and just being around. Like, those are the top three
I I I
industries, man.
I'd rather hear someone who's in the mixed intuition than some article.
Yeah.
Uh, This 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 is based off what, and that's interesting. And the thing is, all these topics that you're saying about, like, contracting within the government, I never thought of it. Like housing. Yeah, people do need housing. So it's okay. And banking? Wait a minute, banking as well?
Yeah. Financial banking. Yeah. Yeah. You need money. You need money. You need to be able to go somewhere and get some money to do something. That's why banks are banks. You know what I'm saying? They give out money. They make money off money. They got the money to get to you to make some more money off you, and it's a big web of money. So that's the, the second. Housing first. Then I think healthcare is third. Everybody got some type of health something going on. You're dealing with something health wise daily. Everybody, whether it's mental health, physical health, social health. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're dealing with that on a day-to-day basis. So those are the top three industries that has an overwhelming demand. And if you can just tap into which one you want to get involved with, the demand is there. You just got to put out a product or a service.
Or service. So it sounds like anything under the sun is available there, pretty much.
Yeah, man. With a little focus, just concentration, and just really keying in the laptop that we end up talking on, these phones. Like everything is available. It's all here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's right there. You just have to focus. You have to really focus on really using these devices for what they could be for. Like
Okay.
sometimes I spend 12 hours on my laptop, literally. Sometimes a day I'm here looking at stuff, seeing what's available. And it might not be to the 10th hour where I finally hit something like, oh, that's how you do that. Boom. You know what I mean? But I'm steady. I'm constantly, and I'm constantly looking at what's available, especially where I live and where I'm at. It's just, I'm constantly looking at what's available. You know, I'm constantly signing up for newsletters. I'm like, literally, I've learned that is one of the best ways to know some information. Somebody send you something, you sign up. A lot of stuff is junk and you don't want to cipher through all those emails. But if you really focus on your email and say, let me just I want everything you got to offer. You go to the government, here, I want this, I want to learn about this, I want to learn about the new contracts that's coming, I want to learn about what's available, I want to learn about all that. And you get those and you take the time and you read through those and you can really figure out what a need is.
Man, okay. That's powerful, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
Man, we dropping golden slabs on the table, man.
Man, what? Well, I don't know how to do it, man, but it ain't no secret, man. It's just
Yeah.
really focusing, bro. Really focusing and really taking the time and diving into whatever you're trying to do. You got to dive into the shit. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I can, yeah, dive in. You know what I'm saying? You tell me you want something, dive in, man. You got to put hours and days and into that. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it in. Just like you put hours into entrepreneur kickback. I know you do. In order to be able to do this, I know you put hours and days and time into it. You probably ain't got paid what you think you should get paid, but I know in order for you to sit up there and have this conversation, set stuff up, you put some time in. Am I right?
You right? You ain't you ain't told no lie. And with that being said, I'd like to salute one of our sponsors, Mount Sinai Olive Oil. Love the folks at Goods, MountSinaiOliveOil.com. Get you a bottle today. Me and my whole family use this olive oil. This olive oil was imported from Egypt and it's come here and it's shared with the United States. This is the purest olive oil on the market, period. Hands down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a testament of it. I cook with it. I put it on my skin. I put it on my son's skin who was just in here. And I got to meet the founder or one of the CEOs of Mount Sinai, Dalsua Andrews, who's also a guest. And he's a great guy. He has a great product. And now they're a sponsor for this show. Check out MountSinai.com. All right. See, to your point, I got a sponsor now. So I got to salute my brother because all the things that you said to me, he pretty much said to me that I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
Let's have a partnership and give him that shout out right now. But to piggyback off what you just said was like just giving that devotion towards something. And I read that in Napoleon Hill's The Laws of Success in 16 Lessons. And for those who don't know, that book was the original version of Think and Grow Rich. That was the original version, but it was too big of a book. So they decided to make it smaller. They released it 10 years later, and that was Think and Grow Rich. And for those, we all know, Kiyosaki coined that as the rich person's Bible. And honestly, I never read Think and Grow Rich because I heard there was a book previously from it, and it was that book. And one of those lessons in that book is you have to approach your goals with a burning desire to see a result. And it's been a long time since I read the book, but it goes back to what you're saying. It goes to the 10,000 hour rule. This These are just commitments of giving burning desire, or I like to say, can you give it a devotion? When I talk to my clients and or people that I've been like coaching, can you give this a devotion? But that applies to anything. Can you give it a devotion? Whatever the case may be, can you get around this and do whatever you're trying to do? It's going to be hard. You might not get paid right away, but can you persevere and grow and turn it into a journey as opposed to something real quick you can do? Ain't nothing wrong with those people, you know what I'm saying? But if you really try to build something, that's the process and the mentality you got to have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way, really. You got to be able to devote what you're doing. You got to really, let's just say key in, really, it's really just having, I call it a purposeful focus. You know, you purposely focusing on something and you just can't, there's no way around it. You ask anybody who obtain any amount of anything, they have to focus on it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really the most important aspect is really keying in on that and focusing on that, making sure it ain't something that you just doing fly by night. Cause other than that, you just wasting time. Like you gotta focus. You gotta
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. That's real. I hope everybody resonates with that. He's spitting
Sure.
bars here. Uh, he's
Yeah.
spitting
And,
bars.
and another thing though, what I've recently, when I've divulged to you, I'm slow, man. I used to be fast and doing some stuff, and I had this model with doing things at a quick pace, but I've slowed down over the years and just not really responding like I need to, not really just doing things when it first came to my mind. And I took some hits because of it. Like I've lost some serious money because of me being slow and not responding to whatever. Just because either call it complacency or just not knowing what it's gonna take for me to to meet that demand. Like I know the hours it's gonna take and the commitment and the people I need, and just not really focusing on that. But now I'm getting back to doing things with speed and doing things fast because if you do things with speed, first you get to the hurdles early. So you gonna have hurdles everywhere. So if you do things with speed, you'll be able to get through those hurdles earlier on than later, which will make your later greater. Makes sense.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
And be able to and then it eliminates some of the problems that you will have if you do, or say for example, you're supposed to submit a proposal on the 20th and you submitted it on the 1st. It may give somebody some time to say, hey, you need to correct this. You know what I'm saying? You need to correct this before the 20th so we can consider you instead of you submitting it, taking all day and procrastinating, submit it on the 19th. Now there's no room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
those are like the little hidden jewels that you can get from doing things a little bit faster. You have some time to be able to recover from any hurdles or mishaps. So that's one of the things that you got to, especially with submit contracts. Don't wait to the deadline because they may like your proposal, but they may not like a certain portion. And if they like it and say, hey, they give them time to shoot it back to you in order for you to meet the actual deadline. So those are some of the things that, you know, the things that speed will help you eliminate.
Okay. See, yeah. Okay. Take your time, pace yourself. Yeah. I like that analogy of you're the fastest to the first hurdle.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Be the fastest. Like, no, don't pace yourself. Just do it. Don't pace yourself. No, and just ideally, just do the shit. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it and let the mistakes come out. You know what I'm saying? On its own. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. It may not be perfect, but let the mistakes work itself out. And that's what a lot of people will say they procrastinate. No, they don't procrastinate. They're just slow. People just slow. And I'm telling you, because I've been slow. You know what I'm saying? But I can speak freely about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's motherfuckers just slow, man. So do stuff fast, work through the hurdles, and then you'll be able to get to where you need to get to.
Okay. Okay. Just go. Don't.
Let's go. Just go.
If you know where you need to go, just go.
Let's go. Yeah, you might fall, but hey, so what? You went, and now you're able to get back up. You know what I'm saying? And be able to meet the demands that you're trying to meet or the goals or whatever you're trying to do. Do it fast. Do it fast.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Because you got a lot of experience here. Like, more than most people that I've heard and talked to. So, what?
I've
You,
done I've done I've said a lot.
you get that sense of feeling. You walk in a room, you're like, I've done as much as the people in this room or more. I
Yeah.
failed many more times than y'all could even imagine.
Man, what? Crazy.
Or lessons. I don't like the word failure or quit.
Yeah,
You took your lesson and then you carried it elsewhere.
yeah. Been taking them, still getting them too. I love lessons. I love them. I love falling, failing, and somebody sending me something back that said that, this is off. I love it. I'll be like, cool. Well, this is what I need to hear so I can correct it.
Yeah.
I love the criticism because it really just gives me that fuel you need, because you need fuel. Because you be thinking you doing something and you ain't doing nothing. Somebody hit you with denial, or this ain't right. Now you like, okay, let me get back to it. You know what I mean? So sometimes I do stuff fast on purpose, or I submit stuff. I don't do stuff and just so I can get the feedback. I learned that in college. Too, submitting papers in early, like knowing they ain't all the way complete, knowing I ain't have everything, but professor's gonna give you a feedback. They gonna write it up and okay, cool. Let me just do this and be done. That was a trick. That's how I got through school, by doing stuff fast. Like, here, man, I don't know if it's done all the way, because I know it ain't right, but you gonna tell me what's wrong.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
Yeah, instead of waiting to the last minute, what most people do, they'll wait to turn something in. I was turning shit in. Like, here, man. They'll check Simon due on the 20th. I was turning on the 2nd. Like, here, y'all go.
Like, you done all right.
You know, this ain't right there. This is what you definitely did. I'll be like, cool, back. Let me finish it. Oh, it's done deal. You know,
Hey, that goes back full circle. That's how you fill out your proposal. Yep, you want this? Oh, cool.
People like that too. People like speed. People like when you follow up fast. People just, there's something in this when somebody respond back fast. When somebody respond back to you after you, people like that. You know what I'm saying? People like it. Across the board, professional, relationships, everybody like fast response. Everybody. So that's one of the things that I have training myself to get back to, because I lost it. At the minute, once you get to a certain, you be like, man, I'm straight. I ain't thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta pull yourself out of that, because that's not, it don't last long. You can't really go to the next level if you're not responding fast and you're not doing stuff with speed. You'll find yourself losing out on a lot of stuff, a lot of opportunities.
Okay. I like that. That's, man, getting too many nuggets here. It's about to turn into a webinar.
I know, man. We're gonna have to slow this down, man. I'm giving you all love, man. You found it, bro.
No, this is good, man. And also, I want to touch on this. I forgot. I got lost in the conversation, man. Like I said, I'm completely off the cuff now. Everything I planned, I didn't even do it. So it's okay. It's okay, because you provided a lot of great information, not only technically what to do, but you also given a good perspective as well. So that came from somewhere. So it's
Oh,
like, what made you think, huh, let me go out to the counties and try to get a government contract for my business? Did you just research this, or did someone educate you in the matter, or is this something you learned at school?
no, no, I definitely didn't learn it in school. School doesn't teach you none of that stuff at all. You forget about that. That's a whole nother podcast. But I've I've been around some heavy hitters. I got some good mentors who really I've watched, who really took the time to really have conversations with me about different opportunities. It's really just about opportunities. I consider myself an opportunist. I look at life as opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Everything is opportunity to either increase your value or decrease your value. So everything my mindset, I don't know, people say Capricorns, I don't know what it is, but my mindset is opportunities, you know what I'm saying? And just what's available. So when people talking, I listen for the most part, I listen to see what they say, and I'm weaving through where's the opportunity for an increase in my own value, my own personal value or value of other people. I was I was given a chance to be a social worker for these Jewish gentlemen who was trying to get into the group home gang, provide housing and stuff for foster care children, and they needed a social worker. You can't just do that. You got to have people who got the credentials and the licensing and the education and being able to provide these services. So one of my mentors, she couldn't do it and knew that I had my degree and everything, and she referred me. Long story short, I got in contact with them, and so I helped them develop a program, a system, services, even though they had the business, the housing and the business and what stuff was cost, but I helped them develop a program. And during that process, I told y'all, I'm looking at opportunities. I'm like, okay, if I'm helping them do this, all I need is a house to be able to do this myself. So I went through the whole thing with the intention of doing it for myself. They didn't know that because I'm just social worker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just providing service to kids. But me, I knew what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I knew why I wanted to be involved with them so heavy in learning this and go. I went through all the meetings. I did all the paperwork. I was figuring it out. And so once they obtained a contract, I'm like, okay, this is how you do a contract. This is how you get a contract. All the stuff I did, had an opportunity to get my own home from my mom and my dad, my mom and dad, and rest is history. Did the same thing. Boom. Hey, go take the car. Already had the paperwork. And boom. I had the names of everybody, the licensing people, contacted them. Boom. Same thing. And I just kept that same model going forward. Yeah. So that's how I got in to answer your question. So
That
that's how I've been able to learn.
see, that's important. Maybe we're gonna have that school conversation later. But the fact that you learn from within.
Yeah.
You were working for
Doing it.
someone, you seen their model, and then you was like, all right, I could do that too. So let me learn the tricks of the trade, hands on, while getting paid for it. And then you like, all right, I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna offer
Yeah.
the same or different services. And shoot, you already in that space. So you got clientele you can talk to already. You got your network. You know the
I,
lingo.
I even hired the staffs. So guess what?
Oh,
So guess what? So when it was time for me to make the transition, they was coming with me. They was coming with me because I already put the play down with them. So it wasn't really like, they wasn't loyal to them. They were loyal to me because they seen me put the work in. I was there on a day-to-day basis. I was there handling stuff and doing stuff. So once I've started, then I've already had a couple people that I've already trained. We learned together. Boom. Y'all come with me. Let's do it. Let's do it this way. so on and so forth. And the story continues.
Hey, 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 that's amazing, man. That's amazing. I'm with that. I think I can land the plane here.
Okay.
We can land the plane of this episode of the Entrepreneur Kickback and soon to be named Kendall's podcast.
Mhm.
we can speak on that too on the back end. But hey, this has been great. It's always good talking to you. Always learn a lot, whether it's for informational purpose, motivational. Oh, thank you. Information, educational, motivational. You always there to provide, and salute to you for that.
So appreciate it, bro, man. Always, man. I can't wait to continue this going, man. I'm just gonna have to just join your show, and that is just, it's just, let's figure it out, man. Because I think, I think you got something good. I love it. I love the name. I love how you broaden your horizons and different things, and people need to hear that. So, salute to you for having this this platform, man. Because, like I said, a lot of people want to do it, but just that day to day putting stuff together and really doing it with speed, like you've been doing, is a gift, man. So appreciate you, bro.
Hey, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna sign us out. Just stay on the line for a little bit longer because the video got to render. This is the Entrepreneur Kickback with Kendall LeSure. We are out. We'll stop. We'll stop there. And we go. And